Let me start off by saying this video might get age restricted by either YouTube or by myself just because of the context of what you're about to hear in these 20 seconds.
Nigger! Nigger, 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 nigger. He's gonna pick me a new outfit. Babe, my socks are kind of dirty. I need some new socks. Fucking niggers. Niggers. Nigger right now. Nigger.
Okay, so y'all just heard what probably smelled as bad as it looked in this video. And you have these PC Heathers and Hannahs, soon to be Karens in training, literally just on TikTok, just saying the N-word, just saying it just because. I guess they're trying to get a reaction out of people. Now, let me point this out too before I forget. This happened in Vidor, Texas. And I think the name of the school is called Vidor or Vidor High School. Now, if you remember, when I was doing my Sundown series, when I kicked it off, Vidor, Texas was the first city that I decided to kick it off with because it was a story that I did there. And I said, you know what? I think I want to do a series of videos about sundown towns. And Vidor, Texas is one of those sundown towns. And I think to this day, it still is. And based on what I just saw right here in just these 20 seconds, I can see why it still is. Now, these kids are all born after the year 2000. Let's see, let's take away 18 years. So they were born like in what, 2004? I don't know if my math is correct, but it's in the early 2000s when they were born. When people try to say that, oh, racism is done and it's all this and the third, and it's like we're not a racist nation like that idiot Tim Scott and Kamala the Chameleon said, look at this right here. It is far from gone and it's far from done. I don't know if I'll still be alive when it is actually completely and utterly gone, quote unquote. It would be nice, but I'm not holding my breath either. Because I don't know if I'll live to see 1,000. But this is this generation right here. Right here. I'm willing to bet that some of them claim that they have a black friend or they have a black boyfriend or whatever the case may be. So there's no way they could be racist. But they got on on TikTok and just started saying the N-word like we was back in Jim Crow. And this was posted by the Woke Video Twitter account. In the caption reads, and I'm reading it because you can't see it. It says, Vidor white students suspended after video showing teens using racial slurs. White kids get called out for racism. Now they're lashing out. So you're telling me that you're upset because of what you did that caused you to get the consequences. See, they've gotten so bold that they want to do what their ancestors did. What did their ancestors do? The same exact thing that they did in this video. Is just the only thing that's different is back then it was completely and utterly legal for them to do it. Like nothing would have happened to them. And back then there was no social media. But other than that, it's more similarities than not. And so what, they got suspended. How many videos have I done on my channel in the last 2 to 3 weeks alone where you've had black students actually have to defend themselves against being called racial slurs by people like this, and they get more harsher punishment, like the boy in the upper northeast of the establishment, the one who fought that boy and broke his collarbone, and what did he get? Suspended for months. I did that video a couple weeks ago, and they're just now trying to see if they can get him back in class because they said they're doing too much. Then the one I just recently did about the black boy who slapped the white girl. And I'm glad I brought that up because, she called him the N-word. Professor Black Truth had posted up an article about that on his page. He had all these PC trolls come out of nowhere and just literally like go in on him about his stance on it, which we of course already have an idea what he said if you didn't see it. And they said being called a word doesn't give a man the right. First off, he's not a man. Okay, he's a minor. He's not a man until he's 18 years of age, and in some cases until he's really on his own. But notice how they aged him. All we know, this kid could be 16. But they instantly called him a man. And they called the female a woman. So they aged her at the same time. No, this was a boy and a girl. And a girl who should have kept her damn mouth shut. But they came at him and said, well, he shouldn't have hit her because no man should hit a woman ever. Or for anything like that. Notice how they always love to come in and interject and tell black people how to feel and how to deal with issues when it comes to racism or anti-black hatred in this goddamn establishment known as the US of goddamn A. Every time. They always have to leap and jump into what we got going on. The thing of the matter is you have literally opened up Pandora's box. All we're doing is we're just kicking ass and taking aim at this point. But notice it's the younger kids, the younger generation of black kids that are really literally putting boot to ass and hand to face. They not taking this shit no more. And we're going to see a lot more of this. And the summer's right around the corner. So you can just imagine how people going to be when school is not in session. When it gets hot outside and everybody's outside. See, they said that we shouldn't get mad at this to the point where it actually leads into a physical thing. And keep in mind, this happened in a sundown town where it's mainly white people at, and they went to, and they're doing this at a school where it's probably mainly white people there. I don't know what the percentage of the black population is there, but they would never get in a black person's face and actually say this and think that a black person or a black kid is not going to do anything. Like I said, look at the black boy with a white girl. She thought she had privilege. Two things on her side. One, that she was white, and two, that she was female, probably more female than anything, that she didn't think that a male would actually slap her ass. Like he used the whole open hand on her ass. And I feel great about knowing that that happened. And I saw the footage of it. I saw the footage. And I hope it stung. The boy that dealt with the bullying and the racism from that other student, that when he had to fight him and hit him with a shoe, he damn near broke his collarbone or fractured it at least. Hey, it is what it is. And the thing is, people, they tell these administrators and these teachers about what's going on, but they continuously ignore their calls and their issues every single time. All the damn time. And they're supposed to just be okay with that. No. It's a wrap. And see, this one right here and the other ones in the video with her, they felt comfortable doing that because they were behind a camera screen, but they were bold enough to put their face in it. So now people know what they look like, but got upset because they got suspended because they felt like they were so untouchable. There's no way that they would be dealt with accordingly. That's why they want to say the N-word so bad, because they want to have the freedom to act in the same way that their ancestors did, because they could say the N-word with no punishment. And I'm going to be honest, let's just hypothetically say they turned it into a law where the N-word wasn't deemed a racial slur anymore. Dear PC, all I'm going to say is this: tread lightly. Think before you speak. And that goes for any age, any gender, any, sexuality, whatever the case may be. Try it. That's my take on it. And something else that stuck out to me too. All the participants in this little video all happen to be PC females. Keep that in mind. The little historical white bitches in this video are all PC females. And yes, I did call them bitches. What you gonna do about it? Not a damn thing.